This is Sensei Buck Snyder. I'm a martial artist, nature lover, and total nerd. Come have fun with Sensei in the Wild. Hi guys, we're back for our second video. And after talking with a couple of my friends, they helped me come up with an idea for my second video. This week we decided to talk about everyone's favorite creepy crawly animals, arachnids. Now most of the animals we're going to look at today are going to be spiders, but we do have one that is not a spider, that's just simply an arachnid in the general group. Now let me give you some details about arachnids. They have exoskeletons, which means like a human, we have a skeleton inside, and our skeleton grows as we grow. But a spider's skeleton is on the outside, and the body inside can grow too big for the skeleton, and they have to molt, and they'll get another one. So you can look and see sometimes where you might think you have two, where all one really is the old skin of the spider with a new spider over here. When I was a kid, I owned a tarantula, and he was a Mexican redlegs tarantula, and his name was Harvey. And Harvey shed, and I didn't know what that was, and I walked in one day and saw two spiders in his tank. And I freaked out and thought my parents had bought me a second one. So it's really cool if you ever find them, especially in the bigger spiders. But let me tell you a little bit about arachnids and spiders. All arachnids have two body parts, 8 legs, and they have 2 little appendages in the front that look like legs. They hunt, ambush, or use webs to catch their prey. Most of them are nocturnal, and all spiders except 2 families are venomous. So what that means is all spiders, with the exception of 2 families, if they bite you, they do put venom inside of you. But here's the thing. Most people cannot be affected by the venom because either it's too small of a quantity or the person's body it's not a type of venom that can affect a person. So it would depend on the individual person on whether they're allergic to the venom or not. Now let's just be clear about something real quick. When I do these videos and I talk about things, there's a difference between being poisonous and venomous. Poisonous means if I eat it, I'm going to get sick and die. Venomous means if they bite me, they put poison into me and I could get sick or die. So the difference is if I eat it, it's poisonous. If something tries to eat me, it's venomous. Okay, so that's the difference in those two, just to help you out. Now, when you go back to spiders, spiders don't have teeth like us. We chew food before we swallow it, and that's how we help digest. Well, spiders can't chew their food, so what they have are 2 giant fangs in front. And think of them as vampires. They come up and they bite their prey and inject venom inside of the prey. Then they leave it alone. And what happens is the prey's insides get liquefied. The venom goes inside and turns the inside all into a liquid. Then the vampire spider comes back and sucks the liquids out, leaving the husk of the bug or whatever animal it ate left. So that's how they eat. I know it's kind of creepy and it sounds disgusting, but they're very efficient at what they do, and they actually control a lot of pest populations. So they're very helpful. Okay, now we're going to talk about a bunch of different spiders. A lot of spiders, of course, every animal has what we call a common name, which is what we mostly refer to them as when we're just talking, and there's a scientific name. A lot of spiders that we see in our backyard don't all have the scientific name, but we call a bunch of them the common name. Like, for example, if you talk about a jumping spider is something like 12 to 15 different kinds of spider. They all fall within the jumping spider name. So when we talk about some of them, there will be some overlap on the names, and I will try to put the scientific names up there so you can see if there's a difference in that. Okay? So in just a minute, I'm going to show you the ones we found, and then I even got a special one in there to see what y'all think about it. Before we do, though, just one little thing. You'll see here on my table, I got a couple books. These are my Bibles for when I do my animal hunting. These 3 here, I got spiders, fishes, and snakes, and these are all of Texas. And these things, they're waterproof, they fold out, they've got tons of pictures, and I'll tell you, they're invaluable when I'm outside looking for animals, because sometimes, if you look at this one with the spider, there are literally dozens of spiders, and sometimes there's just a minor difference in the coloration or a little tiny shape somewhere. So you need these kind of guys to specifically determine which kind of spider it is. So these things are great. They fit right in your pocket. You can pick them up at gas stations or bookstores. They're very helpful. And when I'm out looking at birds, I use my Reader Digest book. This bird book is fantastic, and it's helped me out, and I've really enjoyed using it. Now, I know the internet's great, but when you're out in the field, you don't always have an internet connection, and these are what I use. So if you don't have them already and you're interested in this stuff, I recommend you get some. All right, well, nothing more to talk about. Let's get to the spiders. Okay, guys, first bug we found out here, if you look right here, this is called, we call it commonly a daddy long legs or sometimes a granddaddy long legs, but the real name of it is a Harvestman. Now, while it may look like a spider, it's not a spider at all. It's actually an arachnid. And so there he goes. See him running across the wall there? These are known for their very long legs and tiny little body in the middle. Up here, they're very common. You find them all over the place. So check this little guy out. Okay guys, we're back here in my backyard and I've already found the second spider. Right here, I don't know if you can see him yet, but we'll zoom in and check him out for you. This is a very colorful little spider. We call this one the orchard spider, but a lot of times we commonly call it the banana spider. If you look at this one, he's just a little one. They can get pretty big. If you look, they got a lot of coloration on their underside and their bodies are kind of long like a banana. That's where it gets its name. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see this web, but if you can look at the web, it's a very three-dimensional web. It doesn't just make a flat one so a bug can fly in it. It makes webs back and forth and crisscross. So if anything gets into its web anywhere, it can trigger it and the spider will go get it. So awesome little spider. Okay guys, we're here in the backyard again, still looking for spiders, and right now I found a jumping spider. If you look right here at my finger, there he is on that leaf. Now these kind of spiders don't build webs. They chase down their prey, jump on them, and then eat them by hunting them. So these are real common again, and there are many different types of these. I don't know how well you can see this guy because he's pretty little, but he's got a very big front. Oh, there he goes, he's moving just a little bit for us. Yeah, check him out. If y'all can see this line of garbage right here, I don't know how well you can see it here, but look, you see the spider right there? He's running. And look, there's a little spider. It looks like he just got it. Can y'all see him there? I'm not sure how well this one is, but this is called a Trashline Orbweaver. And look, it just got a moth. It just caught it while we were here eating it. Check that out. Now these guys, when they eat prey, they keep them right in the middle here in this line, and then they go hide in it. Because maybe he'll crawl right back now. Look, he's getting this spot. And that's how he hides himself, by getting directly into the line of the dead bugs he's already eaten. Very cool little spider. Again, this is the Trashline Orbweaver. Okay guys, we're out here at the pier and it's a very windy night, and we found us here a Burro Orbweaver, and they're all over the pier here. And this one is going around, and as you can see, I don't know if you can tell from the video, but he's actually repairing his web. Every night they build this web and then they go into hiding during the day because they're nocturnal. And then during the night they come out and they repair their web again. Tonight it's extra windy, so I think his web's getting a little extra torn up from the wind. But this is the bottom view of the spider. You can't see the back. The back, he's got these two kind of stripes down the middle. There are a bunch of them around here, big ones as big as this one, or smaller ones too, babies. So we'll look around a little bit real quick and see if we can see. Oh look, maybe he's about to turn around. Let's see. Very interesting looking spider. Very big spider too. See, when they talk about the size of a spider, they only talk about the body and the head. They don't include the legs because the legs can be misleading. So this one can be 1/2 inch to 1 inch long, the body. And I'd say this one is a good 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch long, the body is. This is the wolf spider. They can grow over an inch long, and they capture their prey by chasing them down. Wolf spiders can be found in most yards and are usually pretty easy to spot. The spider shown here had lost one of its legs at some point, but it still seemed to hunt without any problem. This next spider is the golden silk orbweaver, and it's one of the biggest spiders in Texas, as it can grow more than 2 inches long. I mentioned earlier in the video that the harvest spider is sometimes called a banana spider, but the golden silk orbweaver shown here is the true banana spider with its elongated body and yellow coloration. Although its venom isn't too potent to a human, the bigger ones can deliver a pretty painful bite when they feel threatened. And finally, we have the mystery spider. When I first saw it, I thought that it might be a male black widow, but the leg coloration is not the same. It does resemble the redback spider, which is the Australian cousin of the black widow, but it's not supposed to live in the United States, so I'm at a loss as to what this spider actually is. If you know, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below.